Man, when I say I was right where I needed to be the other night, oh, and to think that I almost forgot, but I'm so glad the Holy Spirit reminded me. So I just joined a new church, and weekly they'll have different topics, and so me and my friend registered for it. It was called Setting Healthy Boundaries. Oh man, I'm telling you, all the information that I received just confirming the things that I already knew, confirming the stuff that I was going through. It was like, yes, I definitely needed to be here. A lot of times when I do videos, I'm just going off the top of my head, and I get so nervous I start tripping over my words. But this time I wrote it down because I just felt like it was just too important not to speak up on things that I'm sure a lot of people have gone through at one a lot of people have gone through at one point of their life or another, so um where can I start? Let's see. you know you would think I would know about setting boundaries, but no, not at all. Growing up for me, I was the yes girl. Whether I wanted to do it or not, I did it. Never putting myself first. Matter of fact, putting myself first, it made me feel like I was being selfish, and come to think of it, that was something that was told to me. Like, basically, yeah, it was told to me, like, me putting myself first was selfish, but no, it's not. We hear all the time. Example, if you're on an airplane and there's turbulence in the air, and you know how that, what is it, the mask that drops down, who do they tell you to put it on first? Yourself or the other person? They tell you to put it on yourself. If I'm passed out, I'm not able to help you. So I have to make sure that I'm okay. I have to make sure that I am good before I could be there for somebody else. I have to make sure that my cup is full before I can fill somebody else's cup. And it's just a trip that I'm in my 40s and I'm just now setting boundaries. And what's so sad about it is some people are not liking me setting boundaries. Some people are looking at me like, what's wrong with me? Like, we're not close, and I'm talking about my family, unfortunately. But we used to be so close. So what happened? What's going on? Oh, you acting brand new. No, it's not about acting brand new. It's just God taking me on this journey. He has showed me a lot of things, has revealed a lot of things that I did not understand why I was going, like why I was going through what I was going through. So now that everything is coming into play, it makes so much sense. So, like, where I want to go is, like I said, transparent moment. There was no boundaries in my family. Boundaries did not exist. I felt like I was not allowed to speak up on how I felt. And if I did, I felt like it was totally dismissed. I always made myself available. And when I couldn't, I was made to feel as if they could never rely on me. No matter if they could rely on me the other 150 times. But this one time that Tamia decided to put herself first, oh my goodness, they can't rely on me. And once God revealed that to me, as far as like, why wasn't I setting boundaries? Where did that come from? Okay, now I know why I didn't set the boundaries. Now I know where it came from. Now I know why I have dealt the way that I've dealt in my other relationships. Okay. You know, I used to literally be mad when a person didn't respect my boundaries. But then looking back, it's like, how do you expect a person to respect your boundaries when you never set any boundaries up in the first place? People are not mind readers. You got to let them know what's going on. But for me, because going back to my family, I didn't want to upset people. I didn't want people to feel a certain way about me. I didn't want people to stop talking to me if I set boundaries for myself. But in setting boundaries for myself, I'm not going to lie, it gets lonely, but I'm much happier. I have the confidence that I should have had a long time ago. It feels good to let a person know this is what I will accept and this is what I won't accept. Unfortunately, you're going to have some people who are not going to appreciate it. And then you're going to have some people who are going to respect the fact that you set boundaries. I had to come to terms with the fact that maybe you're upset with me because you're not benefiting from me anymore. Because who gets mad if you tell a person, I can't do this, or I can do this, but not at this time, or that doesn't work with my schedule, or, who gets mad when you cannot be there? It is impossible to be there for somebody 24/7. That is how people burn themselves out. Always saying yes, 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 yes. Never saying no. No is a complete sentence. And you don't have to give an explanation as to why you can't or don't want to do something. If it doesn't align with how you feel or you feel uncomfortable with it, you can say no. I realized I used to be mad and I was thinking I was mad at the other person, but no, I was really mad at myself because it was like, why didn't I respect myself enough to set boundaries in place? And then that's why I always say though, when there's issues going on, sometimes it could be from childhood or just the experiences that you've had in your life. You really have to find the root of the problem to figure out where is it coming from before you're able to address it and fix it. So that's what I started doing. I just had a situation where something happened with a friend where I wasn't totally on board with it, but I reverted back to my old self. So I went against what I really wanted to please them and put a smile on their face, but it just kept bothering me and bothering me and bothering me. So I put on my big girl panties and I talked to them, which is something that I would have never done before. Before, I would always wait to get angry. I would have to wait to get angry in order to have enough courage to be able to speak my piece. And then, of course, that doesn't turn out right. If you're already angry or you're already on the defensive, that person is going to automatically get angry and get on the defensive. So the message that you're trying to get across to them is not going to be received. So this time, I took a different approach. I took some time to sit on the situation, which is something that I wouldn't have done in the past either. I just make rash choices and decisions, just say yeah without thinking about, which is what I did this time. I did. But I sat and thought on how I felt. And instead of me blowing up like I usually do, I sat on it. And I sat on it and try to figure out why was it bothering me so much. And when God gave me that answer, I expressed my feelings to this person. And you know what? This person respected me. They told me, thank you for, even though it had already happened, thank you for putting boundaries in place. Thank you for talking to them instead of ghosting them like I would have done in the past, or getting angry like I would have done in the past. I laid my feelings out to them about, hey, this is how I've usually responded. And I saw that I was going into my old ways, and I cannot be that person anymore. So this is, even though we cross boundaries, it's never too late to reset a boundary. Never. Never think that if a person crosses your boundaries, that it's never too late to reset it. It might be a little harder for them to understand and go along with it, because they figure, why are you trying to set boundaries now? You never set boundaries before. But it's never too late to reset that boundary. So I reset the boundary, and we're good. The person hasn't abandoned me. They're not angry at me. They're not upset at me. They actually respected me for speaking up on how I felt. And that made me feel good. It made me stand up, sit up taller, and have more confidence in myself. It was like, okay, Tamia, look at you. Look at you over here setting boundaries with people, letting them know what they can and cannot do. We all know that saying. You teach people how to treat you. And that's very true. So, if you've had an issue with setting boundaries, figure out why. Figure out where is it coming from. Once you figure that out, like I said, you can always reset the boundaries with anybody. And I feel like if a person really truly cares for you and really respects you, even if they don't understand it, they will be okay with it. They will be okay. Never go against how you feel for other people, honestly, because you could do everything, every single thing that a person asks you to do, and it still will not be good enough. If you haven't learned how to set boundaries, it's time to learn today. It's just time.